We will now take a look at the Phonak Roger Select Microphone. This microphone is generally preferred by second and third level students. A lot smaller, the microphone, than the touch screen. It does have Bluetooth connectivity and has some manual facilities for conference mics, which we'll go into both of those in more detail at a later stage. Let's start by looking at what's in the package here. The microphone, you get a user guide. The user guide is quite intuitive and should be read from cover to cover, as well as looking at this video. You get a carrying case here. There you go, like that. It is generally worn around the neck, but can be worn by way of a magnetic clasp. This is the magnetic clasp here. If you look at this here, you will see a little lip on either side there. The lip is lined up with the microphone, which has a little indent on either side, there and there. If you line up the indent with the lip on both sides and just clip it in like that, there you have it. Okay, that's how it's worn with the clasp. The neck-worn microphone is far more widely used. It can be connected in the same way. This is the neck cord here. Okay, the neck cord there. Now you can see the shape of the mic there. You see the lips on either side that will connect to the two indents. The Roger icon or logo, which is up the front there, and the on-off switch, so that's placed to the top. Again, you line up the indent there and on the far side, and you clip it in and it's connected. This microphone is generally worn about 8 inches from the mouth down to the microphone assemblies, which are there. If you put it up around the collarbone, you're generally not too far off. It can be adjusted by way of pulling, highering and lowering from either end. Okay, and that's the lanyards. The microphone itself is charged by way of a charging hub, which is included with it. As well as the charging hub, you will get a USB lead, which is connected to the back of the hub by way of a micro USB connection. So the lead is here, and we can see that it has a standard USB connection and a micro USB connection. Okay, it also supplied with the plug for to charge it with. There's the standard 3-pin plug. At the back you see the USB connection, so it's coming together. You put the lead into the back of the plug like this, and the micro USB end, which is here, will be connected to the little socket at the rear of the hub. So if we connect that in there, like so, and we plug the other end into the wall, we're now going to line up the microphone with its micro USB socket here to the micro USB plug inside in the hub there. So you can see that there. Line it up, and it will just slot in like that. Now, if I lean that over there like that, you will see that it is now flashing green. It's now charging. We would recommend that you give it a full charge before you start using it. We have ran into issues before where the microphone is taken straight from the box and a fitting has been attempted. This invariably runs into issues because with a really low charge that comes with this, you have connection issues and functionality issues. So highly recommend, flag this, put it on charge. If you can't give it a full charge, give it as much as you can. Get it at least 15 to 20 minutes, at least that. But if you can get a full charge into it before you start, absolutely do. The microphone could be charged without the hub. You could plug the micro USB directly in there. It's far neater, far better that you do it by way of the hub. So that's that done. We remove that there. This hub is not only for charging. This hub can be used for connecting your microphone up to multimedia devices. laptops, iPhones, iPads, okay? And you are supplied with a number of leads that will facilitate this. Let's start off with the most basic. The most basic is the standard audio lead, okay? Standard audio lead, you will plug one end into the rear of the pod there, and the other end will go into anything with a headphone socket, okay? You will have your microphone attached to your base here, looked in like this. You will have it plugged into the wall there, so you will have a charge coming into your microphone turned on, and this plugged into, like I say, anything with an audio output on it. Let's say the iPhone, you're listening to music. Plug it into your iPhone from that end, and it will transmit the music from the iPhone into the hub, into the microphone, and wirelessly to the hearing aids. Really excellent tool to have, okay? The second thing we're going to look at is what's called an optical cable. This is the optical cable here. One end you're going to have the standard, it's an audio jack-like socket plug that will go into the audio there. This is the important end here. This end will go into the optical out cable or socket on the back of the television. These are available on all modern televisions. The optical out, look for it at the back of the television, plug that in there. The reason this is so good is that previously to this, when we were using the other lead and plugging into the headphone socket of the television, what happened a lot of the times was that the television cut off the sound to the speakers. So although the person using the hearing aid got perfect signal, everybody else watching the television was left wondering what was going on. So this is why this is a good lead to have as well, specifically for television. The last lead we have here is a standard analog lead. Again, this can be used to connect up into the headphone socket. Unfortunately, for some reason, it doesn't use via the hub at the back. So if you're using this lead, you would remove the hub and instead you would plug directly into the base there of the microphone, there, that way, and this end will go into your headphone socket. Again, this microphone needs to be turned on when you're doing that, okay? So they are all of the accessories that you have for use with this microphone, okay? Let's look at the microphone itself. After all, its main use is for transmission of speech, okay? So what we're going to do here now is we're going to connect it up to a hearing aid. First of all, the most basic function on it, turning it on. Hold it up and you see the on off switch. Press and hold, the lights light up, it's on, okay? We're going to create a network by connecting it to a hearing aid. Close up the hearing aid and wait for the hearing aid to start whistling. Flip the microphone to the other side. On the other side, you're going to see two icons. There's the famous Bluetooth icon. We leave that alone for the moment. This is the Phonak Roger Connect icon. We press and hold this. Blue, blue, green. It's connected. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. While we have it here, I'm going to disconnect this hearing aid to show you what it would be like if you didn't get a connection. So we press and hold. She flashes blue and then flashes red twice. You haven't got the connection. That's because we've disconnected it. Okay, that's something to know, and it just gives you an insight into different flashing color lights, what it means when you carry out certain amounts of the functions. Okay, so now also on this we have Bluetooth. Bluetooth we will cover later on. You have that connection made, and I'm going to show you something about really cool about this microphone. Hold it up like this. One of the lights is lighting. That's indicating that the microphone is in what we call directional mode, or let's call it speech mode. This is for a single speaker. It's when it's worn around the neck. The microphone automatically knows that it's in a vertical position. This technology is called Accelerometer Technology, and you will already be aware of this from your phone. If you look at a photograph on your phone in a vertical position, the photograph will be in a vertical position. If you turn your phone sideways, the photograph will go into a horizontal position. The photograph, the software in the phone automatically knows which way the phone is positioned, and it's the same with the microphone. If you hold the microphone up like this, it'll be in speech mode or directional mode. Now we put it down flat on the table. All of the lights light up. All of the microphones light up so that it goes into conference mode. It does that automatically, much like the touchscreen mic. But this has got more to it, okay? As the user, you might decide that you only want to listen to one person situated straight in front of you, so you press that side. That microphone automatically lights up, so you're only taking the microphone from the speech ahead of you. Don't want to do that anymore? We press the center of the mic and it goes into conference mode again. I want to talk to somebody on my left hand side, and you can do it that way. Again, cancel it and you're into complete picking up all the microphones and everybody around the table. You don't want to listen to anybody, you press the center again and you get mute, okay? So you don't hear anybody. You want to go active again, you press it again. Okay, so this is a manual way of adding to the adaptive or automatic functionality on this microphone. Again, we'll pick it up like this, and what happens? She turns into speech again, or directional microphones. And that is really cool about that microphone. Really good, okay? Now for the bad news, okay? We've shown you the mute switch on the microphone, okay? We pick this up and we use it in directional mode, press the mute switch, there's no mute switch. Why is this not available? Nobody knows. Hopefully, maybe someday in the not too distant future, there might be some sort of new microphone or some sort of software breakthrough that will allow us to use this. In the meantime, we will need to just turn it off by pressing and holding the on-off switch, turn it back on. This is very important in the classroom, as often the teacher will be talking to somebody else and this conversation will not be in relation to the hearing aid user or to a different group. So that mute button would be used quite a bit, and the on-off button is a substitute for it, okay? So another thing that needs to be flagged about this microphone, okay? So that's how it works. We will now look at the Bluetooth element of it. The Bluetooth, most of you will be aware of how you connect to Bluetooth. You open up your Bluetooth menu on your phone or on your laptop, and you simply turn this around here and you press the Bluetooth. Press and hold the Bluetooth. The blue light will come on. Press and hold it, and you will hold it until the menu on the laptop or on the phone indicates Roger Select has been detected. This happens within seconds. I've done it multiple times on the phone and on the laptop. Now with the iPhone, when you see the Select appears on the screen of the iPhone, that does not mean you are now connected. You now need to touch that icon that has come up, that logo, that is our icon, that Select icon come up, to add it so that you have Select connected. So when you see Select on the iPhone, don't automatically think that it's done. You need to then touch it on the iPhone so that it's Select connected. Once you've done that, you can make and receive phone calls. The Bluetooth, originally we didn't see much of a use for it in education. We are now seeing more and more relevance for Bluetooth. We have recently been discussing how the microphone could be connected to the laptop so that when the teacher speaks, the teacher's voice could be recorded on the laptop in an audio file. That's her class could be recorded. Or there is other software available which allows the speech to be converted into text so that you could have a text version of the classroom saved on the computer as well. The importance of this is only becoming into focus now for students who cannot lip read in the classroom, who use lip reading and other kind of visual aids to compensate for hearing loss, this could be a huge breakthrough for them. And this is yet another function on this very versatile microphone which could come in very handy for you. Okay, that's just about covered everything. Like I say, the manual is there that will allow you to further discover how useful this microphone is. Thank you for listening. If there's any questions or queries you have, please feel free to contact us. Our details are on the website.